Hey guys, and welcome to my Kalphite King tanking guide for 2014. The armor I'll be using in this guide is the War-Period set, and the reason why I'm using it is because I'm tri-breeding these guys. And the reason why is because I like to use the combat triangle to my full advantage. If you guys want to hybrid them using two styles, you can be my guest, but just bring at least one switch with you at all times. So I'll be bringing air runes with me because they only take up one inventory slot. I'll be bringing royal bolts, I already have those equipped. The reason I only have 4 prayer pots in my inventory is because I'm using the aura called Penance. If you don't know what Penance is, the amount of damage I take, I'll regain some in prayer points. And my inventory goes as follows. My yak is filled with rocktails, and my inventory has 1 brew. And the restorers, again, for Penance, that's the only reason I have 5. And the weapons are for switches, like Drygors and, yeah. Without further ado, let's get started. As soon as KK spawns, you want to overload up and turn your quick prayers on immediately. After you attack him, press provoke on your hotbar or wherever you have it. If you have mage DPSs on your team, you have to make sure that you keep KK relatively near them, because if they use the ability called Sunshine, they can't do max DPS if they're not inside their circle. Other things you need to watch out for are Kalphite King minions. The minions come out specifically at around 180k HP. And right now on the screen you guys can see, and about 60k HP as well, and that'll be later in the video. When the minions pop out of the ground, they have a chance of hitting up to 2k damage each. So each minion can hit 2k damage, and if it's 3 minions on you popping up at the same spot, you're dead. So as I said, you can use Devotion, but make sure you have Pray Melee on, because the minions use Melee when they come out of the ground. And you can use Escape. If KK just manages to go like how he is right there on the screen, just move to the side and he'll just go straight into the wall. And make sure you don't go along with him, because if you go along with him, you'll end up taking up to 3k damage at max, I think, or something retarded like that. Another bonus tip: don't stand on the wall or near the wall, because the KK will wallbang you. And wallbanging is not a beautiful sight, because that can also hit up to 3k damage. Isn't 3k a wonderful number? Wow. Please keep in mind that if Kalphite King greens you and attacks you using that attack is melee. So if you're praying range and use Devotion and try to get hit by that attack and you want to survive it, that won't work. If you are praying melee and you get greened and you use Devotion, you will survive. KK will also form a green shield and a red shield around him. The red shield just means whatever damage he does will heal him, and the green shield means to stop attacking him. Any damage done to him will actually heal him, so just get off of him if that happens. Also, another common mistake is, if you're a tank, it is kind of your duty to tell the DPSers what to do. So that is, if there's minions on the string, which that's the next part of the video, the DPSers want to kill the minions, and the Evoker and you will stay on Kalphite King until all the minions are killed. So coming up here in like 3 seconds or so, Kalphite King is going to do double minions. And what double minions are is, minions will pop out of the ground at 60k HP, and then maybe about 5 seconds or so later, more minions will come up out of the ground. There are 2 ways you guys can get out of this. The first way is eat up to full, pray melee, and then use Devotion. Please, 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 if you're a Evoker, please stay on Kalphite King, no matter what. If you don't stay on Kalphite King, as you guys can see what happened to me there. If Kilo didn't vote KK off of me while the minions were still coming up, I would have been dead. So it's actually good for the Evoker to actually switch off to Pray Melee as well, and use Devotion too, because if you get greened, he can evoke it on you, and then he won't take damage from the minions, and he won't take damage from the KK green attack as well. And KK won't be ranging him, so praying range would be useless anyway. Now, many of you guys are wondering how to survive mage phase. The first step you guys want to do is put Pray Mage on. The second step is to put whatever the range turmoil is called, or whatever. I don't know what that shit's called. And then put your range action bar on, and use Devotion if you have it, use Anticipation if you have it, use Debilitate if you have it, and run around. Don't stop moving. You have to keep moving on this, because if you stop moving for a second, balls after, I know this might sound really weird, balls after balls will come after you, and if you have people next to you and shit, you will get killed. So it's best to spread out as far as possible from your teammates if you can. Don't get near your teammates. Don't let your teammates get near you. If they get near you, just move away. If you don't have devotion for whatever reason, or if you didn't get to do the world event, just pray soul split. And also, this is the only phase at Kalphite King that stunning is actually acceptable at. Other than that, my Kalphite King guide is over. Only other recommendation I can give is if you guys have Skype, TeamSpeak, or whatever, you can use that, but just be careful because I know there are a lot of DDoSers out there, and if you die at Kalphite King and you can't get back, guess what? Bank loot for whoever freaking got your shit. Yeah, and that concludes the guide. My next guide will be a DPS guide because many of you kids out there don't know how to DPS properly, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!